Welcome to another powerful attunement with the angels and ascended masters. We have been chosen by Archangel Uriel to receive his attunement today. So we'll be receiving a download, if you will, of his energies, of his power, of his wisdom. And it will become part of us. And we'll be releasing that, just naturally releasing that which doesn't serve us. And, I have received a lot of amazing feedback about the attunements. So pretty soon here, I will be posting a little bit of information on how to, so people are releasing a lot. And I am going to be putting some information out there that will help you just generally for attunements, how to make whatever you're letting go of happen with a little bit more ease and grace. Of course, that is our goal. So let's talk a little bit more about Uriel. Now, he is, the name means the fire of God, or God is my light. So we often connect Uriel with illumination. He's the angel of wisdom and claircognizance, which is the highest psychic ability. It's that clear knowing. It's of the crown chakra. So there's going to be, really, of course, there's going to be empowerment for our entire system, but, it will really help the crown as far as having that clear knowing. Claircognizance, like I just said, clear knowing, is when we just know what the truth is. It's also like when I do readings and things, and we're all psychic. Information sometimes comes to us in a download. So in a moment, in a matter of seconds, you will know a whole story behind something. That's also claircognizance, because it doesn't come to you in words. It's just like all of a sudden this knowing that comes to you. So claircognizance, because it cannot be distorted like some of our other psychic senses. Our feelings can be distorted by the ego. Our visions, so clairvoyance, people get really excited about clairvoyance, and I love that psychic ability. It's wonderful to see things, but it doesn't always mean that we know what they mean. We're going to be building a little bit of a bridge here today with all of our psychic senses. They're going to be more clear because they're all going to be empowered with claircognizance. So this is really huge for us light workers. And I just thank Uriel for coming to us and giving this blessing to us. The other piece to it, which I learned recently, it was really brought some really great information to me. I just want to share this book. It's Angelic Invocations. It was given to me as a gift by Georgios Milones. He's in Greece, but this is translated into English, and he's got some information on the angels as well as really lovely invocations. Very powerful book. I love it. In his book, he talks about Uriel being an angel that helps us to understand karma. So that is very powerful. That means that we can understand the truth in the situations, especially the most challenging situations that we encounter. And this is really great. I love that he came, because in the past week, there's just been this message about karma coming to me time and time again that made me look at it a little bit differently. So we think about karma as, of course, what we put out in the world comes back to us. And so we know this, what I put out to you can come back to me. Let's look at it as the law of attraction. What we put out comes back to us. So our thoughts, our repetitive thoughts, especially the ones that are fueled by emotion, whatever we focus on persists. We know this. But think about it. Whatever we focus on becomes whatever we focus on persistently and constantly will come into form, will turn into matter eventually. So the negative thoughts that we allow to really persist within our being and become weigh heavily in our consciousness, they have to be reconciled on the physical plane somehow. And our angels and masters create, our spirit guides, God, or the creator of all that is, the universe, creates miracles for us a lot of the time to transmute these things and reconcile these things on ways that are easier for us, that make it so not our worst nightmares come into play, but it somehow gets reconciled on the physical plane. And I'll give you a few examples. And one will be kind of like a gentler example, and then a couple will be a little bit more profound. But one, recently I'll say I was, for example, I allowed scarcity thinking to kind of rule my mind for a couple days. And so after those couple of days, I had cleared it out of my mind. I had done the spiritual work. I had done everything that I needed to transmute it, got healing myself, did all, took all my practices, took my toolkit out. And so on that third day, I'd cleared, I was in a good frame of mind. I was really excited because I went shopping and I bought all the things to make a wonderful meal. Well, out of my thoughtlessness and carelessness, I had ruined the meal and I had made it literally unedible. And I laughed to myself because I knew that this whole experience was me reconciling my scarcity thinking. And so I thanked the universe. I instead of getting really frustrated that I had to start all over from square one for that meal for my whole family, and there's 5 of us, I was going to find a different way and laugh it off and thank the universe for giving me such a gentle, because it could have been, my thoughts of scarcity could have taken another, a much more serious toll, but it was reconciled on the physical plane in a way that I could handle. Thank you. I take my lesson and I'm moving on. Now, there was a beautiful woman that I work with regularly. We're doing kind of a case study for healing, because there's some physical ailment that she's had in this lifetime that we're working through. And of course, that we always have the spiritual implications of all those. So anyways, we've been meeting weekly, and she couldn't meet the other day. She got in an accident on her way to the healing. And it was interesting. So we did a phone session instead. And of course, she's very spiritually evolved woman. So she knew right away that this had happened for a reason. She said her car may have been totaled, but she felt grounded about it. And it was amazing because her spirit guides came in and said that her car had taken the hit and was going to be rebuilding or resurrecting itself rather than her physical body. Like, it could have been her physical body that took the hit. Miraculously, she was unharmed physically. And that, her car was reconciling some of the fears that had clouded her mind over the last months, and that this was going to be a rebirthing and a starting over. And so it was her car who was reconciling again on the physical plane that whole situation and where her consciousness has been and everything that she was clearing. Okay, interestingly enough, the other example that I have for you is again a vehicle accident, a car accident. So one of my dear friends, who is also a healer but does many other different types of work, is a horse trainer, had a discussion with one of her clients that she does horse training with, and she had the woman was talking about all the fears that she had had, and really how much they had overcome her life. And so my friend was, they were talking it out. It was basically like this huge session of releasing that they had just in a conversation. And right after the conversation, the woman left the farm, and it was a major highway that she was leaving and getting on, and she was hit by a vehicle that was coming on 60 miles per hour. And so she's in the hospital recovering, and she's going to be just fine. But she's already had a lot of physical emanations of her fears coming through. She'd already had a lot of surgery recently. But interestingly enough, all of the fears, in the car accident, her thumb was damaged. And I told my friend, I said, well, the thumb is the ego, and that's how we process our stress, and one of the places we process our fear. So how interesting that was part of the accident. And so this woman is rebirthing herself through this accident. It's not an easy lesson for her, but she will overcome. She is rebirthing herself through this. So just interesting to see where our consciousness takes us, and how it all has to be reckoned. The things that, and don't worry, it's not, you guys know this. It's not those one fleeting thought. And look to see how well, for those of us who are really doing our spiritual work, a lot of times we can avoid the major, catastrophes. And, it's through the miracles, it's through the invocating with the angels, the prayers, it's through our own personal work. It's through, trying to take the higher road, using the affirmations, using yoga, meditation, all of the different practices that we use. Trying to be love everywhere that we can. All of these things help us to avoid these major catastrophes. And then sometimes we just need something big to let us start over, to let us start from square one. So a lot of good information. There are stories to bring us to a lot of different ways that karma brings itself. And so Uriel is going to help us better understand karma and how it's playing out in our own lives. And what that means is that we can, find these situations and approach them from a place of wisdom and understanding rather than fear and ego. So even the challenges that we're given in our lives, we can come from this, from, that higher understanding, from the eagle view of seeing that larger, the cycles of what's happening for us. So from that understanding, we're going to go ahead and receive this powerful attunement from Archangel Uriel. And I will be using the symbols and imprinting them within us today. You're going to be imprinted with that symbol that you see on the video, and this symbol is available on my website. I do make the prints that you can place in your home, and I also have little pocket size, sorry, my cat is distracting me, wallet size symbols too that you can carry with you wherever you go. And that anchors the angelic energy to you. And I have a story about that I'm going to share in my newsletter, so make sure that you're connected to us on Facebook and on our email subscriptions too. I've got a great story for you there about angel symbols and how it connects, really anchors their energy to us. Anyways, so we're going to move into Archangel Uriel. I'm going to use a quick invocation. Oh, I did forget which room. Sorry about this, you guys, but I did forget. I want to mention that Archangel Uriel, so in one of the ways of looking at the rays of God, the flames of God, Archangel Uriel is the angel connected to the solar plexus, and he's connected to resurrection flame. And the resurrection flame is a gold and purple flame. And it is, think of resurrection as resurrecting our soul self, rising out of the ashes of the ego, letting go of the fear, and bringing the highest emanation of ourselves, rebirthing it, bringing it back to life. So bringing our higher selves back to life. That is what Uriel is helping us to do today. And so this is from the Summit Lighthouse. This would be Elizabeth Clare Prophet's words, I believe, that she channeled. I may be wrong about that. In the name I am that I am, in the name of Archangel Uriel, I accept the angel of resurrection where I am. I accept the angel of wisdom right now in every cell in my body, in my organ systems, in all my tissue. So we're accepting Archangel Uriel into our body, our minds, and our souls, into all of our chakras, into all of our meridians, into all of our nadis, into all of our organs, to all of our tissues, our muscles, our bones. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for accepting this heart link invocation and fully merging your energy with ours. Archangel Uriel, below and above us, in front of us and behind us, within and all around us, to the left and to the right of us. We accept your full empowerment now. With the white light of spirit within and all around us, and we sit in the pyramid of ametrine. So this is the amethyst and the citrine crystal, which houses the color of the resurrection flame. We are in a pyramid of the resurrection flame within and all around us. Archangel Uriel imprints his symbol now within our root chakra, so that we can really become aware of our karmic ties with money, with health, so that we bring wisdom to all things physical, all things on the physical plane. We bring divine wisdom to our health, to our wealth, to the material plane. We do this now. We resurrect our soul selves within our root chakra. So be it. Archangel Uriel now activates and initiates us to his energy and our sacral chakra now. Chakra is sometimes referred to as the seat of the soul. Archangel Uriel is bringing wisdom to all of our relationships. We're resurrecting the highest emanation within ourselves in all of our relationships, in our emotions, in how we interact with others, in how we interact with change. How do we handle it? We're bringing our soul selves into this now. We're understanding our karmic ties to others. Better understanding, clearer knowledge. We are clearing the karma that we have that blocks us from experiencing joy. Bringing more wisdom into that, clearing that guilt. Allowing ourselves to experience more joy, more pleasure in this life in a balanced way. Understanding addictions, clearing addictions. Thank you, Uriel. And now we're moving up. Uriel imprinting his energy in that solar plexus, resurrecting our highest self so that we take action. This is our power center here. We are resurrecting our divine power. We are bringing our divine power into our action so that we take action from our higher self. Let our higher self take the driver's seat. Ego taking the back seat now. And we see ourselves. Our self-confidence is given a boost by the resurrection of our soul selves. Whew, that's very powerful. Thank you, Uriel. And now we move up to the heart center. Uriel imprints his energies in our heart center. All this helps us to understand the karma with our heart pain, the betrayals that we've experienced, the rejection, all the baggage that we carry in our heart, receiving illumination and wisdom for those now. And we're resurrecting our higher self in our heart center, and this is activating our high heart too. High heart activation here. We're bringing in the infinite love so that we can give and receive love more than ever before. Because that's what we came here to do. That is what we came here to do. If we had one lesson to learn, it was to love. How can we love ourselves and love others, accept love? That's what we came here to do. That's our collective soul mission. Love. Thank you, Uriel. Okay, Uriel. Now moving on to our throat center. Very powerful here. We are resurrecting our soul selves, our higher self, in our words so that we speak from this place of knowledge and wisdom. So that we speak our truth, and we speak the truth in all matters, the divine truth, so that we have karmic understanding in the challenges of us bringing our, not only speaking our truth, but also bringing our beauty into the world. Expressing our truest selves. That means sharing our gifts. We are now bringing our highest self into our work, into our soul's mission. We're expressing our skills with the world, and our highest self is making sure that this happens from a place of wisdom. and grace. You leave the most beautiful karmic footprint on this planet when you do what you came here to do. Thank you, Uriel. Moving up to the third eye now. This is very important for us. Thank you, Uriel. What he's doing here is helping us to know what our visions mean. He is building a bridge from the pineal gland to the pituitary, which means from the third eye to the crown. Because those images that we get, those visions that we receive, we don't always perceive them correctly. We don't see them for what they really are because we don't have that internal knowing happening. So the activation that's happening in the third eye right now is going to help you when you get your visions, that you'll know what they mean. You'll have their eternal truth. This is going to happen on a deeper level for you and more frequently now because of this attunement that Uriel's blessing you with today. It's also going to help you understand your dreams, gain the knowledge from your dreams. That knowledge and wisdom more easily, it's going to come more clearly for you now. Thank you, Uriel, for this. Thank you. And this is about perceiving all things in life from a more clear level. So you're going to bring the perception of your highest self into your life. And you're going to also be able to, this is bringing more focus in the mind. So we thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping us to see through the eyes of spirit, have better karmic understanding in the mind. Okay, and we're moving up now to the crown and this wonderful process, and this is the house of claircognizance. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for imprinting your energy in our crown. Wow, I can really feel it in my crown, guys. I don't know about you. Okay, so Uriel's saying not only is our claircognizance being strengthened right now, many of us are receiving downloads of information, things that our spirit guides, the masters, angels, our higher selves have been trying to get into our conscious mind for a long time, and it's coming in. So many of us are going to get brilliant ideas, because Uriel is about divine inspiration as well. So we're activating more divine inspiration, divine ideas, aha moments. That's all claircognizance too. Clarity of the mind. It's going to be easier for you. Easier for you to understand what's happening. Easier for you to make decisions. He's clearing the cloudiness of the mind that fear creates. Wisdom, illumination, divine truth is filling your consciousness now. The subconscious and the conscious mind, filled with divine light. You're going to be a lot more steadfast in your beliefs, because claircognizance, when that's strong, when you get an idea and you just know it to be true, naysayers, look out, because you don't need to, it doesn't have to be, fit into the rational world. You don't have to have a reason for having the knowing. You just know it to be true. Feel that's going all through, up through the spinal column. Whew, so this is getting cemented into our system now. Okay, and Uriel's also activating this in our Earth Star Chakra below the feet and our Soul Star Chakra above the head. So this is our connection to our deep connections to heaven and earth come in. So, very powerful. For those of us that are ready, that activation is happening very deeply. And again, you can do this, receive this attunement time and time again. But just again, because I've gotten a lot of great feedback about how powerful this is. Don't get too excited and do it too many times in a row, because that can, sometimes when we bring up too much at once, we can get physically sick, and it can be difficult for us, and it can be painful. And although it is clearing, we want clearing to happen as light, as gentle as possible. Okay, so anything else, Uriel, in the crown? Okay, he's going to continue working on our crowns while the Helix Healing Collective, thank you for coming in today, is bringing the Helix energy into fully ground and integrate this energy that we received. Going down through all the chakras. Okay, we're releasing any excess energy out through the bottoms of our feet as a gift to the earth. Okay. It is time now to come back into the body fully. So you're leaving that pyramid, come back into the body fully. Coming back fully into the body, fully integrated, fully grounded, fully aware. All the chakras, thank you Helix Collective for bringing all of our chakras into perfect balance and harmony. Not too open, not too closed, just right. And in continuing to work with Archangel Uriel, of course, carrying his symbol with you, I am going to be placing my print of Archangel Uriel's symbol, the one that you see on this video. I'm going to place that in my room, especially because I would love to have more understanding of my dreams. So I'm going to be using that, but carrying it with you, his symbol, you can get those crystals with his symbols on them. Working with amber, citrine, pyrite, those crystals too of the resurrection flame, using invocations for Uriel. All of those things will help you to continue this really connecting with his energies, and also to writing down these aha moments and these claircognizant, these times where you just know to be right. Really acknowledging that is going to bring even more of those situations into your life. And of course, I would love to have the opportunity to work with you. I do healings, readings, personal attunements. My sister does as well. We do them at a distance, in person, and at levels that anyone can afford. Because one of our goals is that everybody on our planet can easily have access. Oops, my cat just pushed something over. Can easily access healing. So we invite you to our website to check it out. We do manifestation sessions. We teach all kinds of fun things. I send you infinite love and light. You are infinitely blessed by this process. You have resurrected your soul self today. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, Uriel. Thank you to all the angels, masters, high beings of light, the Helix Collective, everyone that helped make this the best attunement possible.